Welcome to Climax Scots Football TV, a week number 2 edition. The Panthers used a potent ground game and moved to 2-0 with a 42-14 win over Colon Friday night in the magic capital of the world.
Game on day! Game on day! We get better! We get better! We can't be beat! We can't be beat! Won't be beat! Won't be beat! Dominate on 3! 1, 2, 3! Dominate!
CS certainly didn't get out to the start it was hoping to enjoy, falling behind 14-0. CS actually started the game on a positive note on the opening kickoff, which turned out to be an onside kick by the Panthers. A Colon player gobbled up the football, but Noah Eschheis was right there to make a bone-crunching tackle and force a fumble that Trey Gower pounced on, giving CS the ball on the Colon 44-yard line. CS was knocking on the door at the Magi 12-yard line when Colon's Gabe Keeley intercepted a pass at the goal line and scampered 100 yards for a touchdown, giving the Magi a 6-0 lead with 6:59 left in the first quarter. Colon converted on the 2-point attempt for an 8-0 lead. A CS fumble near midfield set up what would be Colon's only other score. Keeley broke loose on a 51-yard scamper around the right side for a touchdown with just 4:41 left in the second frame. The 2-point conversion failed, but Colon held a 14-0 lead. CS, which accumulated 404 yards on the ground, started to generate some of its own momentum when Jeremy Shear picked up 12 yards on a 3rd-and-1 play that put CS on the Magi 12-yard line. And then James Bilke got the Panthers on the board moments later with a 7-yard touchdown run up the middle at the 2:07 mark. Noah Eschheis ran in the 2-point conversion, reducing the Panther deficit to 14-0 at the end of one quarter. CS continued the push in the second quarter with 3 touchdowns. Logan Hunter crossed the goal line from 1 yard out with 10:12 left in the second quarter. The 2-point conversion attempt was no good, and the score was knotted at 14-14. Adam Chance, who missed the first game of the season with an off-season meniscus repair, intercepted a pass and returned it to the Colon 13-yard line. James Bilke finished the drive moments later on a 9-yard touchdown run with 7:11 left in the first half. Eschheis scored on the 2-point conversion for a 22-14 CS lead. A Logan Hunter fumble recovery on the Colon 47-yard line set up CS's next score, a 1-yard plunge by Hunter with 1:10 left in the first half. The 2-point conversion attempt was no good, but CS enjoyed a 28-14 halftime lead. The Panther defense was relentless in the second half, frustrating the Magi on drive after drive while holding the home team without a point the rest of the way. A 41-yard run by Zach Harris set up CS's next score, an 11-yard burst by Noah Eschheis with 10:05 left in the third quarter for a 34-14 lead. Todd Myers ran the 2-point conversion for a 36-14 Panther lead at the end of 3 quarters. Todd Myers closed out the scoring for CS with a 30-yard run with 7:39 left in the game. The 2-point conversion was no good. After the game, seniors Adam Audette and Kyler Skidmore, who also returned after missing the first week of the season with a broken hand, talked about the character the team showed by rebounding from an early 14-0 deficit, and Panther coach Kevin Langs reviewed a number of qualities he saw. Senior Adam Audette, Colon got out on you quick there, Adam. Just talk about what got you guys back in that game that's later in that first and second quarter.
Yeah, we turned the ball over, and that really gave them the upper hand in the beginning. But then I told the guys we just got to stay with it. Those two touchdowns don't affect the whole game, so we just had to come back hard. We're a grounded pound team, and I think I really have to give a shout out to our offensive line. I think we really got the job done and opened up some holes. And we just kept through it when we had adversity came our way.
Can that be good for you in a way? Maybe sometime in the future you get down, you know you can come back?
Oh yeah, I mean that's all football is like who turns the ball over, all the different things that can go any other way, and I mean it's how you come back from those things, and we proved tonight that we can face adversity and come out on top.
Yeah, and talk about the old Skidmore and Shantz, two guys been just waiting to get back. They had a big contribution too.
I know both of them have been really antsy lately, and both of them had doctor's appointments this morning and got cleared today. And thank the Lord that they got to come out and actually got to play today. And Shantz had that interception. I mean, he's put in a lot of hard work. Shout out to him. And hard work is paying off. So you just got to stick with it.
Now you don't want to look too far ahead, but you got next week Adrian Lenawee Christian. What's it going to take to get by that team?
To me, I believe it all starts on the practice field, and we just got we got a holiday weekend this weekend. And we got to come out on Monday late in the evening. We just got to get the job done out in that practice field.
Okay, Adam, well, good job, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Scoop.
We got senior Kyler Skidmore, man, buddy. It was great to get back on the field. Just talk about after a broken in and what it felt like to get back out there.
Oh, it felt great. I was so happy to get back out on the field with those boys. I just love it so much, and they welcomed me back with open arms, and I just loved it.
I bet it felt good. You always want to make a contribution. You had a great reception there. What would that feel like to make a contribution?
It was nice. I love being on offense. It was nice to contribute to the big game we had on that drive. It was a good catch, but it was a broken play.
Yeah, that's what the coach said.
Yeah, I ran it wrong. So.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Offensive line did great tonight. It was a great team effort tonight.
Great. Now, you guys didn't get down after you got down 14-0. You didn't let it get to. Just talk about the perseverance you guys did.
We've always been great on persevering through all the diversity that we go through, as a team. And I thought we just played great through all 4 quarters. We didn't let being down in the first quarter get to us, and we just brought it back.
You bet. And when you put that many points on the board last week, this week, a lot of that goes to your offensive line, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It all starts with the offensive line. Tight end to tight end, every play.
What's it like? Do they come back and do you guys as ball carriers kind of tell them a good job and everything? And
every play. Yeah, we don't tell them how to do their thing, but we definitely cheer them on every play.
That's great. Well, Kyler, welcome back and good job, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Coach Slangs, you got behind early tonight. Just talk about the way your team battled back.
Hey, I thought it was, again, we always talk about senior leadership every year. But as we said earlier, I think our offensive line, after that down 14-0, established the physicality of the game. And really, I thought the defensive line did the same thing, too. They're a tough offense. And I thought our front five, Jeremy Shear and James Belkey played really tough. They were tough to block down in there, and I thought that was game-changing.
You got a couple of kids that were really raring to get back, Kyler Skidmore and Shantz, and they both had big contributions, didn't they?
It was Adam Shantz's first defensive series. Yeah. We're down, we're in trouble, he gets a pick, and almost takes it to the house. So congratulations to Adam Shantz. And Kyler Skidmore's catch was unbelievable. Don't tell anybody, he didn't run the right pattern, but he made a nice catch.
Yeah. Well, at least he got the job done.
Yeah.
And then just, you talked about this Colon team was going to be solid. They got in your face early.
They did.
What about what were you doing right to get back in that second half in the third quarter? And
well, I think Coach Critchlow and Coach Brady, Steve Critchlow and Steve Brady did a nice job of not panicking defensively. We had to make a couple of when I say technique, we had to do our technique, and I thought that slowed them down because they're a big pop offense, and if you can make them grind it out, then that's advantage to you.
Now we look ahead to Adrian Lenawee Christian, talented team again. Just talk about that game.
Yeah, they're spread. I believe they're going to probably come in 2-0. You're going to see doubles. You're going to see a lot, and you're going to see the 6'9" kids. They're going to be tough to block, tough to stop. So now we're going to have to do it kind of like this week spatially, but it's going to be maybe a little bit more passing spatially, even though Adrian Lenawee runs the ball well still.
You bet. And you got a special shout out for a local business about to open in Climax.
Bowman's Barbecue. Mr. and Mrs. Bowman, we have been waiting forever, are looking forward to our first chance to have some of that delicious food. So we're asking all the Climax Scots fans out there to make sure they go to Bowman's and get their favorite dinner or their favorite whatever they need to buy at that store. And Mr. Verdon, right? Jim Verdon, congratulations. You were the Climax Scots Football Person of the Week. Thank you for what you've invested in our kids in the elementary.
That's beautiful, Coach. Look forward to next game in school next week.
We are. School, let's go.
All right, thank you. CS rolled up 404 yards rushing, with Logan Hunter churning out 69 yards on 13 carries. Jeremy Shear had 62 yards on 11 carries. Noah Eschheis added 61 yards on 12 carries, and Zach Harris contributed 61 yards on 4 carries. James Bilkey had 8 tackles, and Logan Hunter and Noah Eschheis each added 6 tackles. Next up for the 2-0 Panthers is a third straight road game at Adrian Lenawee Christian September 11 at 7 p.m. before the team finally returns home for the home opener at Big Blue Stadium September 18 against North Adams Jerome. Reporting live from the magic capital of the world, this is Scoop for www.theclimaxcrescent.com.
Here, one big hand.